Hello travelers and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can join the family and give this video a big thumbs up. Today's video, we are going to be talking about how to find cheap flights. Prices of things can really make or break it if someone is going to travel, and I know that a big cost is the flight. Flying can be really expensive, especially in today's world. But I do have a few tips that I wanted to share with you all on how to find more affordable flights. So hopefully you can use these tips, find flights, and you can go on amazing travels. So let's go ahead and get started with my first tip on finding cheap flights. The first one that I want to talk about has helped me tremendously, and this is Scotch Cheap Flights. So Scotch Cheap Flights is basically this company that you can sign up for. There are like a paid version and a free version. You basically let them know what airports you're going to be flying out of, and they will send you emails for flight deals. So this company is basically set up to constantly research flight deals out of all the airports in the world, going pretty much anywhere. So I get emails probably weekly that tells me, hey, you have like a cheap flight coming out of this airport, and then I can go and book directly with that company when I find those prices. So it's really awesome, and like I said, you can put like certain airports that you were willing to fly out of. So obviously I live in Kentucky, but I also have it set up for like Nashville and Indianapolis, places that are like worth it if I want to go and travel to. So at this moment, I don't pay for the premium subscription. I just do the free subscription because it has been well worth it for me to just have this $0 one, but you do get more flight alerts if you do pay for the subscription. So it just depends on how much you travel and how much you're going to use it. But I have been able to go on quite a few trips because of this. We went to Ireland after we got a travel alert. We booked tickets to the UK back in October because there's a travel alert, and also to Turks and Caicos because there's a travel alert. So it's definitely come in handy for me. The second thing I want to talk about is using resources like Google Flights, KAYAK, Hopper, and SKYSCANNER. All of these resources can help you find cheaper flights, and also to put flight alerts on certain flights that you're maybe keeping an eye on and wanting to know if it goes cheaper in the future if you're not quite ready to buy it at that price yet. I love it because you can also, like in Google Flights, you can put in your destination as just being Europe if you have like no sit plan that you want to do, and you can see which places the cheapest to fly into at that moment, which is really awesome. So it kind of brings up a full map. You can pick wherever you want. These are great resources because you can compare airlines. You can also toggle the dates, and like I said, put alerts on certain flights and dates if you want to stay on top of those and get an alert if it goes lower. The third thing that I want to talk about today is using flight reward programs. So pretty much every single airline that I have traveled on, I have some type of rewards program with them. Now I know it's really beneficial to have a certain airline that you are like royal to. I don't know about you, but in the world that we live in, personally, at this point in my life, I will fly with an airline that is reputable but also has the cheapest flights. So I am no longer loyal to just one airline, but I think it's important to have rewards programs with every single airline. I have a Delta SkyMiles number, I have a United number, I have an American number, and I'll have a Southwest number. And I've accrued points on every single one of these airlines, and this can help you in future travel. If you accrue enough points, you can get free trips, which is awesome. I've definitely used them before. If you're going to be traveling often, go ahead and sign up for those rewards. Go ahead and sign up for those miles. They will come in handy, I promise. And also with Delta SkyMiles, there's also a lot of cool ways to accrue points with not just travel. I'll put some information down below if you want to read more about it, but there's a lot of benefits, so I would definitely sign up for them. The fourth thing that I want to talk about today is credit cards with benefits. Now, I do want to preface this by saying, please only get a credit card if you're responsible and can pay your bills monthly. I just want to be like the big sis by saying that, because it is truly important and you don't want to get yourself in trouble with having a lot of debt. However, there are so many credit cards that have travel benefits that I highly suggest if you're searching in that avenue. My husband and I personally have the Chase Sapphire Reserve program. However, there's obviously cons and pros to any credit card that you have. I personally don't love the huge annual fee that comes with our card. However, the benefits are really, really awesome and I do highly suggest it. And I'll definitely put some more info down below just because the benefits are just too far to even explain on this, but you do get points back for anything that you purchase on these credit cards. So after my husband and I got married and went on our honeymoon, you know, we were just putting everything on that card and then immediately paying it back. We ended up accruing so many points that we both went to Ireland essentially for like free, well, really, really cheap, I'll say, because we had so many points. It covered like all of our hotels and it was awesome. So I do highly suggest it. If you're in the market for getting a new credit card, I would highly suggest switching to one that does allow you to accrue points for travel related things, because it helps you travel more. And the fifth one that I want to talk about today is personally my favorite and what I feel like is most important, and that is to travel off season or be flexible. And let me go ahead and explain what I mean by that. So obviously summertime is a really popular time to travel. I don't know about you, but everyone is in Europe this summer. So prices to Europe right now are super expensive. And this is not an uncommon thing. Prices in the summer are usually more because kids are out of school, people are traveling, the weather is good. So my biggest suggestion is to travel off season and be flexible with your timings. But I have quickly learned to love traveling in what I like to call shoulder seasons. I went to the UK in October, we went to Ireland in April, I also went to Portugal in April, and I'm planning to go back to Europe in September, October this year. And I love it because, yes, you know, obviously you can deal with some weather issues from time to time, but to me it's so worth it. You have less crowds, everything is less expensive, and you can usually find great travel deals with flights. And that's why if your schedule allows it, I highly suggest to travel off season or in shoulder seasons, just because you really can get more bang for your buck. And going back to the topic of being flexible, obviously traveling off season and like kind of going with the flow is flexibility, but another point to flexibility is if you don't have solid dates. You know, I want to travel from Friday to Friday. That's great, and if you have to stay within those parameters, trust me, I get it. As someone that works a lot, I really do, and you have to make the most bang for your buck when you have vacation days. However, if you have flexibility, I highly suggest doing it. If you can fly out on a Wednesday rather than a Friday, I am not kidding when I say that. There are some days that are $400 more expensive to fly in or out of than the day before, the day after, or a couple days before. So if you are flexible with your dates, that really does come in handy, and it can make or break the cost of your flights for your travels. While I wish that there was like a clear-cut answer on how to get super, super cheap flights all the time, if I find that answer, I'll definitely let you in on the secret. But these are a great place to start if you're wanting to travel more, if you're wanting to maybe spend a little bit less so you can do a little bit more with your travels. This is a great way to start. So I hope that these tips will help you guys find some cheaper flights, so that way it'll get you out there, get you traveling more, and get you out there to see the world, because that's really truly what I want, is to help you guys find these cheaper deals, so that way we can all share this beautiful earth and see all these amazing places. So give this video a big thumbs up if you guys learned something today, so I know how you all liked it. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye and happy travels!